back. It is indeed a landmark day as far as India's fight against the coronavirus is concerned. We're being joined by Dr. Randeep Guleria, the director of the All India Institute of Medical Sciences. Dr. Guleria, I have to begin by asking you, not one but two vaccines have been given emergency approval. Your first reaction?
So I think this is great news and a great way to start the new year. What is encouraging is not only the fact that there are the two vaccines, but both the vaccines are actually made in India and one of them is truly make in India. And therefore, it means that we are not dependent on any other part of the world to supply us the vaccines. And therefore, it gives us more confidence that these would be safe in our population and we will not have a shortage as we did in the early days of the pandemic when we had to rely on other countries for PPEs and N95 masks.
All right, the Oxford vaccine has 70% efficacy, but the efficacy results for the Bharat Biotech vaccine are not out yet. This has raised many questions. What would you like to tell the skeptics?
Yes, so the first vaccine has an efficacy of 70%. It varies actually from 60 to 90% depending on the dosage schedule. And I think it's important to understand that the efficacy is dependent on how vaccine trials are done, and therefore the AstraZeneca vaccine design was totally different from the Pfizer or the Moderna, and therefore it's not going to be correct to really do a head-to-head comparison, but both of them are efficacious and meet the endpoint. As far as the Bharat Biotech vaccine is concerned, it's a different platform. It's using the inactivated whole virion vaccine on a platform which we are comfortable with, has been used for other vaccines in our country also. But I do agree with you that, as you said, that we need more data, and that is why the authorization that has been given has been very, very precise or specific, that this is only for an emergency situation, keeping in mind the fact that we have a variant which is now showing a huge spike in the number of cases in UK, in Europe and in the US. So I think what was probably felt was that since we need to be proactive rather than reacting later on, we should have another vaccine available in case it is required. If the number of cases start surging in our country and we need to quickly vaccinate more and more people, or we have a situation where one vaccine is showing a decline in its efficacy because of the variant strain, we will have a whole virus inactivated vaccine as a backup, which covers multiple more sites in terms of efficacy. So I think that is the reason the trial has to continue. We have to get more robust data in terms of safety and efficacy as far as phase 3 trial is concerned.
So what you're essentially saying at the moment is that Bharat Biotech is a backup vaccine and the Serum Institute of India vaccine will be the preferred vaccine of choice in India. That's going to be the first choice. Is that what you're saying?
Correct. I feel that currently for the coming days, it's going to be the Serum Institute vaccine which is going to be administered. The Bharat Biotech will be a backup, and by the time, but they will continue to sort of get their doses ready. And by the time they get the data, which will be able to show that the phase 3 data is robust, they have enough events that they can show that it is efficacious and it is safe, we will be able to have that vaccine available. But for the first few weeks, it will be the Serum Institute of India vaccine which will be rolled out. They have 50 million doses available, and therefore I think within the next few days, 10 days to 2 weeks, we should have the first shots being given to the priority group.
All right, I think that's very crucial information that you're sharing with us at the moment. The other big question, Dr. Guleria, is about the dosing regimen. 28 days is what India has maintained so far. Will we go the UK way? Will it also be 12 weeks for us, or are we going to stick to 28 days?
So I think we will stick to 28 days. The data, the research is on 28 days. UK has changed it basically because of the fact that they are having this surge of cases because of the variant, and it's like a panic reaction. So they're trying to really vaccinate as many people as they can in the first, giving them first shot with the hope that this will provide some degree of protection, and the second dose they can delay even after some time, and in an attempt to bring down the number of cases, because there's a huge rise in the number of cases in UK. We are not in that situation. Therefore, we should continue to stick by what the data suggests, and therefore the dosing schedule should be day 0 and day 28.
All right. So day 1 is when you get the first dose, and 28 days later is when you get the second dose. That's what India is sticking to at the moment. My final question to you, Dr. Guleria, by when can we hope for the efficacy data of the Bharat Biotech vaccine to be out in the public domain?
So for efficacy data, it depends on two things. One is the follow-up that they have and the number of events. So we should have a sufficient number of people who develop the infection, and then you can break the code and see how many of them were in the placebo arm and how many of them were in the vaccine arm, and that gives you an idea of efficacy of the vaccine in phase 3 trial. So if they get sufficient events in the next 2 weeks, we should have the result in 2 weeks time. It may take a little longer, depending on how many people who have been vaccinated develop COVID infection. I don't have that data, but I think they have some people who have got the infection, but they haven't reached the break point to really break the randomization code that they have. Once they're able to do that, I think we will get some robust data in terms of the efficacy.
All right, Dr. Guleria, thanks so much for joining us and answering all our questions. It is indeed a momentous day where not one but two vaccines have been approved for emergency use in India.